The Galactic Tribunal had convened only 3 times in its 10,000-cycle history. Each time, it was to sanction an existential threat. Today marked the 4th, and the atmosphere inside the Aurelium Hall was thicker than neutron fog. Holograms shimmered with the collected images of destruction from dozens of worlds. Each one bore the same emblem scorched into the dirt, a black-gloved fist. The humans had returned, not in diplomacy, not in peace, in fury. High Consul Virix of the Trinari Republic stepped forward, scales gleaming, voice laced with restrained terror. The human fleets have bypassed all sanctioned channels. They refuse negotiations. They violate every clause of the Unified Warfare Accord. They don't fight, they erase. The murmurs among the species representatives rippled like a swarm of gas eels. One representative, the gelatinous diplomat from Zaretha, trembled in their tank. We gave them seats on the War Codex Council. They ignored it. We gave them time to adapt. They refused. They don't have rules, Virix snapped, slamming a clawed hand on the dais. They never had rules for war. Across the galaxy, on the ash-covered remnants of what was once the proud military fortress World Jonavi, a single human squad moved through silence. Corporal Anna Rourke adjusted the scope on her plasma rifle, eyes devoid of celebration. Victory didn't exist here, only mission parameters. This was a military planet, said Sergeant Deeks over the comms, stepping over the blackened carapace of a Lutheri general. And they surrendered. They surrendered after they bombed New Dakar. Anna replied flatly, "This isn't a game of rules anymore." The humans had entered the galactic stage as late bloomers, fragile, confused, awestruck by warp travel and terraforming. They played by the codes, respected the treaties, until someone nuked a human refugee convoy above the ice moon of Pelagos 3. No warning, no survivors, just a message carved into the steel hulls. You should have stayed on your blue rock. That was when everything changed. Humanity withdrew its ambassadors. They closed down every interstellar embassy. Then the stars grew quiet, too quiet, until the first retaliation. Graxon 9, a neutral trading hub, was wiped clean. But humans didn't target civilians. They didn't need to. They used orbital precision strikes to shatter command centers and collapse planetary infrastructure. They hacked food dispensers to serve poison to only marked military IDs. They used psychological warfare on a scale the galaxy had never seen, broadcasting the names of fallen enemy officers before the official death notifications arrived. No warning, no mercy, just silence followed by collapse. Back in Aurelium Hall, Admiral Taylor of the Vor Council scowled, mandibles twitching. They are monsters. I saw a human squad leave a city untouched, except for the central nursery tower. They disabled its oxygen generators. Slowly, silently, letting the brood mothers panic, knowing they were being watched. But why? Shrieked Minister Corzo of the Harka Dominion. Why not just bomb it all? Why the cruelty? The answer came from the back as an old figure stepped forward. Ambassador Khalid Singh, once Earth's voice in the stars, now its silent witness. They warned you, he said. When you bombed Pelagos 3, you declared war not on Earth's military, but on its memory. Humanity doesn't go to war with rules. Humanity ends wars, and you made them remember how. He tapped a button on his wrist. A projection of Earth bloomed above them, not in flames, but vibrant. Ocean forests lightning across deserts. For millennia, we killed each other. In trenches, jungles, cities. No rules, just necessity. Every empire we built, we drown in blood. You think your little codex means something to us? We've used nerve gas on cities, firebombed children, designed viruses to starve enemy crops. And we were still learning. Now we have starships. The silence afterward was deeper than space. They could have wiped out Jonavia's biosphere, Singh continued. Instead, they dropped satellites to jam your emergency beacons. Then they deployed neural pulse grenades to disable your elite units. Not kill, disable, so you felt what was coming. They studied your biology, your strategy, your morality, and then they removed it. But that's genocide, whispered one aquatic envoy. No, Singh replied. That's a reminder. On the shattered battlefield of Myrtus Prime, General Krex of the Varnak horde sat bound in a cold human ship, Around him, the humans moved like ghosts. Not a word, not a shout, no songs of victory. Just men and women disassembling equipment, cataloging remains, patching the wounded, even enemy wounded. Krex blinked through bruised eyes. "Why spare me?" he croaked. A woman approached. Her armor bore no insignia, only a scratch-marked tally across the chest plate. "Because someone has to carry the message," she said, removing her helmet. "We're not here to play war. We're here to end it. And we're better at it than you can imagine. Your monsters," Krex spat. "No," she said, crouching. "We're students of monsters. Ourselves. You open that book. We just remembered how to read it." In Aurelium Hall, panic began to ripple like wildfire through dry roots. The Denari Syndicate voted to evacuate its border planets. The Thrix Confederacy offered immediate reparations. The Orn delegation simply self-destructed their military satellites. They understood what many still denied. Humanity wasn't fighting this war. They were finishing it, and they had no rules, because rules imply restraint. Rules imply morality. But humans had learned that war isn't about fairness. It's about finality. Admiral Taylarn watched the holograms flicker one last time. Images of cities turned to dust, warships split in half mid-orbit, generals begging through static. How do we stop them? Singh's face softened with something ancient. Pity or warning. You don't. You apologize. And you pray they still know how to accept one. Aboard the Terran flagship Oblivion's Mercy, orbiting the surrender moon of Trelix, Commandant Rourke stood before her officers. 17 sectors down, she said. 3 to go. Orders, ma'am. Same as always, she replied, eyes hard. No civilian casualties. No drawn-out campaigns. Take their will, not just their weapons. Show them what happens when war is no longer a game. And with that humanity, veterans of a billion civil wars, students of their own extinction, move forward. Not for conquest. Not even for revenge. But to ensure that in this galaxy of rules and codes, everyone would remember. Earth may have been late to the stars, but they brought with them the one truth no one else dared whisper. War has no rules. Only humans.